Hey guys, welcome to my first ever 24-hour reading vlog. I'm super excited, I've never done this before. So in the next 24 hours I'm hopefully going to be reading all of Leigh Bardugo's Grisha trilogy, so Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising. I mainly just want to read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom because everyone says that they're really great, and I've heard mixed things about the Grisha trilogy, but I still want to read them first, so I'd rather just get them all out of the way in 24 hours. And then I can read whatever I want for the rest of the month. This may not be the smartest idea I've ever had because this is basically the weekend before I have 4 exams. I have 3 exams next Tuesday and 1 exam next Wednesday. So, you know, as queen of procrastinating, I have decided to do this rather than anything productive. So it's Friday and it's just gone past 9 AM, which means that I'll be stopping at about 9 AM on Saturday, 24 hours later. I totally could have scheduled this for a better time so that I wasn't going to bed at 9 AM on a Saturday, but like, I already told you, I make bad decisions. So it's actually like a really nice day for reading. It's kind of windy and rainy and just a nice day to be indoors. So yeah, I think that's it. Like, without saying anything else, I think I'm just gonna get on with the reading vlog and start reading Shadow and Bone and see how I feel about it. Okay, so I'm 24 pages in, I'm on chapter 2, and it's kind of good so far. There's not really much happening, but it's still kind of like the setup phase. I do kind of hate that it's written in first person because I tend to really not like books written in first person, but you know, I've already started. I'll make an exception, it's fine. I think for now I'm gonna make some breakfast. It's still morning and I haven't eaten yet, so I'm gonna make myself some food. Okay, so for breakfast I'm gonna have a sesame seed bagel with like a copious amount of butter. Got my blueberry juice and some Marmite, I think. So I'm only just past about 100 pages in. I think I finished like the first 7 chapters. It's just gone past 11, so I've not been reading particularly quickly, but I'm enjoying the story so far. It's okay. There's not really anything I dislike at the moment, you know, it's pretty interesting. I like the new culture, I like that it's like Russian themed. The best thing for me whenever I start like a new like fantasy novel is pretty much always just finding out about the world, and I've been looking at the map a lot. The map is really cool actually, so yeah, I think I'm enjoying this book so far. So I actually finished reading The Binding the other day, and I realised I haven't drawn it into like my bullet journal on my like reading tracking shelf thing, so I think I'm going to do that now. So I'm about halfway through Shadow and Bone and there's been a kiss and I kind of feel like it just came out of nowhere. I mean, like, I could kind of see in the same way that like all YA books do, like what was happening, but at the same time I was just like, I just did not feel prepared for it to just suddenly come out of nowhere. Kind of not sure exactly how I feel about it. I feel like my gut reaction is just humour. Yeah, I don't know, let's just see how much I can get through before lunch. Hey, okay, so it's a little while after 12, but I am so close to the end of Shadow and Bone. I feel like I've only got maybe like less than 50 pages to go before the end, and then there's some bonus material in this copy that I have. There's like some special bonus stuff, so I'm gonna read that too, but I think I'm actually gonna take a break and make some lunch because I haven't eaten since this morning. I've kind of left it a bit late, but then I'm gonna be awake for the next I don't want to do maths. I'm gonna be awake until like 9 in the morning, which is a long time from now. So with that as my excuse, I have elected to make myself a real decadent homemade pizza. There's none of that cute, aesthetic, like healthy food on my channel, if that's what you came here for in this vlog. I'm just gonna make like a really cheesy pizza, and that's gonna be my lunch for the day, and hopefully that will hopefully it will keep me feeling not hungry for like the next 8 or 9 hours, hopefully. So I actually finally got dressed. I feel like it's a little bit too depressing if I sit around and just read in my pajamas all day. You know, I have to maintain some sort of semblance of sophistication, some sort of ruse that I am capable of adulting on my own. So, update, I finished Shadow and Bone. I didn't dislike it, I just feel like not a lot happened. It just doesn't feel like a full story to me. It was like, there was your basic introduction of the plot, you know, like your setup about what's going to happen in this book. And then there was just like, a lot of training montage and not really very much going on. And then there was some stuff at the end, but like, I feel like so much more could have happened in these pages. It's fine if it's going to be a setup for the next books, but I feel like it was just okay. It wasn't great, it wasn't bad either, so it's probably at like scraping a 3 stars for me. It was fine, so I guess I'm gonna draw that onto my bullet journal shelf thing. Okay, so little interjection into the vlog here. I was updating my Goodreads and then I decided to really quickly check Twitter because I knew there was an announcement coming out today, and the cover for Rainbow Rowell's Wayward Son, the sequel to Carry On, has been announced and it looks so good. I'm trying not to get excited about a book that doesn't come out till next September, but like, can we just? I also really love this cover because it'll match the cover that I have, but this is just the American cover and the British cover might be different, and this is hardback and there might not be a paperback, and my copy's in paperback and I need everything to match. I'm probably going to have to pre-order the American version immediately. Maybe as a reward for when I finish this. I don't even know if it's like available for pre-order yet. I know there's like a specific bookshop that you can pre-order from to get a signed copy, but they only ship to the United States, so I hate that. But yeah, maybe after I finish reading Siege and Storm, I will have a look on Amazon. But right now, it's time to read. I can't waste any more time. It is 6:15. I have spent way too much time taking a break for food and to look at book releases. checking in for another mini update. I'm 100 pages in to Siege and Storm, and it's definitely like a lot more eventful than the first one. I feel like there's more stuff going on in this one than there was in the last one. There was a lot of sitting around the palace place in the first one. There's like stuff happening in this one, so I feel like this is already more interesting. I'm pretty confident that I'm definitely going to finish Siege and Storm. I don't know how far I'm going to get into Ruin and Rising before the end of this 24 hours because, like, again, I keep doing the thing where I'll read something and I'll drift off into thought for like 10 minutes thinking about my own thing, and then I'll realise I've drifted off into my own head and I'll be like, I've just wasted 10 minutes. And this happens a lot. Like, I have a really short attention span when a book isn't completely holding my attention. Do you know what I mean? Does anyone else have this? This is why I could have read a book like The Binding in a day if I'd really wanted to, because it was just like, I was just flying through that book. And it took me like 2 years to read The Assassin's Blade. So hopefully this one will hold my attention a bit better than the first one. Also, this is just like completely unrelated, but does anyone else hate this thing that happens with the spine? It's like, this is the front cover and this is the spine, but do you see part of the front cover like wraps around onto the spine, and that means that part of the spine wraps around onto the back cover. I hate when it doesn't line up properly. I don't know whether it's just because I've been sat in my bed under my duvet with my cat and reading a book in the dark with like some nice twinkly lights, but I've started to feel really tired and like I'm nowhere near the end of the readathon just yet. So I went down to like look for something to keep me awake, but the thing is, all the tea we have in the house is decaf, and I don't drink coffee. And the only Pepsi we have is the diet caffeine-free Pepsi. But it's caffeine-free, so it's really not going to keep me awake. So in my wisdom, I decided it was snack time, and I found a dorayaki in the fridge, and it's just like 2 pancakes like squished together over some cream. It's great. It's pretty good. Trying to read, do you mind? What? Hey, mini update. So I finished reading Siege and Storm. I thought it was more entertaining than the first one. I'm still not a huge fan. They're okay. I don't dislike them. You can tell it's been a really long time because I can't tell if this is my makeup getting smudged or if these are just like eye bags. So I have updated my Goodreads, which is great. This is now like the shortest book I've read this year. That's what I like to see. So it's just gone 2:30 in the morning, which means I've got like just like 7-ish hours, just less than 7 hours to finish this readathon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cup of tea, I'm going to go upstairs and light a candle, I'm going to start reading Ruin and Rising, is that what it's called? And I'm probably not going to give you any more verbal updates until around the end of the readathon reading vlog thing, around like 8-9 AM, because everyone's asleep right now and I can't do this talking from my room where I'm going to be reading. So I think I've read like 700 and something pages so far, and I will let you know by the end of the readathon how many hours, I'm so tired, how many pages I've managed to read. All I know is I really want to sleep, and right now these books are not worth it. but you know, that's what a 24-hour challenge is all about. It's 24 hours. So, wish me luck. R.I.P. me. Hey! So as you can see, some time has passed. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. So it's been like 3 hours-ish since I filmed. I did take a cheeky little nap at about 4 in the morning because I was just dying, my eyes were stinging, and I needed a nap, okay? Which is why my bed is like such a mess, because I haven't made it yet. So I woke up, took a bit of a shower, so my hair's all like gross and wet. And I've had my breakfast, and I think now I'm going to put on some makeup, and while I'm doing that I just kind of want to talk a little bit about the book, or books. But just, you know, fair spoiler warning that I will be discussing things up to and including book 3. I don't know exactly what I'm going to discuss yet, but just in case you don't want any spoilers, there may in fact be some spoilers. Okay, hopefully my ghostly white face doesn't bother you, because it's still not quite bright outside yet, so I'm having to use my ring light for some light here. So I'm sorry if this is like super exposed, too bright. I don't care. Okay, so book 3, right? I feel like the books have definitely got better, like more interesting as we've moved on, you know. Book 1, I was like, there was nothing wrong with it, but it was just a little bit boring, so I think I gave it like a 2 stars. And the second book I gave it 3 stars because it was like, you know, I liked it. It was like neither good nor bad. I do have to admit though that I kind of don't care about like any of the characters. Like, again, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just not my favourite characters. Not every single character in every book is going to make it onto my list of fantastic characters, and I know that so many people have said that Leigh Bardugo's writing improves so much in the Six of Crows duology, and that one is so much better than this series, so like, I'm kind of withholding judgment a little bit, because like, everyone progresses, right? Everyone gets better with time, so I like to judge things fairly, but I think they're just not particularly my thing. Like, I don't dislike anything about the world or the world building, it's just the story itself is just, it's pretty straightforward, and it's just not particularly my like taste in fantasy books, I guess. Like, aside from the fact that my brain just wants to skip every scene with the Darkling in it, because it's just like, I don't know, I'm just so tired of reading like vague, broody, almost flirting but not quite. It's just kind of like, you know, we get it, you're both probably like real horny, but can we tone it down? My brows are not even. Like, I kind of like Mal, but I'm just so tired of like the whole love story. I just don't care about that plotline at all. I'm just like, I get it, it's sad, blah blah blah. I just don't care. I think different people have different wants and expectations of the books that they read. Like, Genya has come back to us, and she's like on their side now. I can't remember what they call her. They call her like the Ruined. And like, I know that that's meant to be like, you know, she sided with the Darkling, and well, that didn't work out for her. And so now she's on their side because, you know, it was sort of like, she was sort of 50-50 on whether she actually really wanted to betray Alina or not, and she did, and look where it got her. Part of me just really wants this to be another double cross, like the fact that she would be so devoted as to completely destroy the way that she looks and re-infiltrate like their little group but still be working for the Darkling. I know that she's like probably not, and that the book is probably not going to take it that way, but like if I were writing the books, that's what I'd do. It's like everything is a double cross. They revealed that she was on his side and now she's not, but I'm like, just step it up again. Step it up again. It's like, you know, you fool Alina once, shame on you, but you fool her twice. Now that's a plot twist. And I just feel like that's probably not coming, which is fine because it's not my story, but like, that's how I would like it to go. I feel like that would be more interesting. I'm just like, I don't care if everyone's friends, you know. I want more deception. I want more plot twists. Everyone's looking for like the Firebird, which I have my theories on, you know. I'm not too far into the third book. I'm around like 100 pages-ish, and part of it's like, well, how exactly is Mal finding all these creatures? It's like, oh, yeah, I can't shoot something, but if you put a beetle in it, no matter how impossible the shot is, I can hit that beetle. It's like, well, hang on a minute. There is definitely something more to that. And everyone kind of comments on it. Everyone's kind of like, oh, this is like way beyond what's natural. And then no one talks about it, and it's just like, oh yeah, it must just be like really good at knowing where living things are. You'd think people would be more interested, but they're not. And there's the whole thing about, oh god, I can't remember that guy's name. Saint something. The guy that made all the amplifiers, or at the moment it's made. I don't know whether that's like the end game story thing, but at the moment it's like, we think he made them. And, you know, everyone said that the Darkling was obsessing over his journals, and the old woman, his mum, Bara or Bagra, or I do not know how to pronounce her name, I'm sorry. I can't say Bara because it makes me think of the Japanese manga with all the muscly dudes, like, please just let me call her Bagra instead of Bara. And, you know, she mentioned, what did she mention about them? I don't know, she seems to know a lot about the amplifiers or something, and I'm just like, is she the person, is she the saint that wrote the journals, or is that the Darkling's father or something? We keep getting this story about like, there was a boy who got crushed by a horse or a plough or something in a field, and then the saint guy came and brought him back to life, and I'm like, maybe the Darkling was the guy that got crushed. Maybe, I don't know. It's something like that, you know, it's got to tie in at some point, because otherwise I've been reading loads of like old mythologies about getting squished by a horse for absolutely no reason. But yeah, back to the Firebird. I don't know why, like there's no real reason for it, but I'm just thinking the Firebird's gonna be a person. Like, it's either gonna be like, oh, Alina was the Firebird all along because she's like the sun summoner or whatever, and it's like sun, fire, something like that, and she's from the place where it was. Or it's gonna be like, oh, Mal was the Firebird thing all along because he has like these super special tracking powers, and I can't remember what powers it said the bird had. It said something like it discovered or founded Ravka or something like that. I don't remember, but you know. Or like, just someone is going to be a Firebird. Like, the Firebird's going to be a person, and it's going to be like, oh, but can you kill this person for, you know, your need for power and to make you stronger and to get the last amplifier? Can you kill a human being? Because supposedly that's so much worse than everything else she's been doing. So I feel like maybe that's like my theory at the moment. I'm like, not so much where is the Firebird, but who is the Firebird? I'm probably way off, but so like, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. And I don't know, again, that could be me just trying to fill in some of the suspense in the book, because at the moment I'm just not really feeling it. Like, everything seems to be kind of straightforward. Oncat, best character, hands down, don't even argue. Like, maybe because Oncat makes me think of Sir Pouncelot from Dragon Age Awakening, who was a cat that sat on the shoulders of a sarcastic northern mage. So like, every book I read, I seem to find something that I'm like, that reminds me of Dragon Age, but you know, I just read a lot of Dragon Age. Yeah, but okay, I mainly just want to finish them and read Six of Crows at this point. I don't dislike them, but you know, I really don't like the Darkling, if I'm honest. I'm not like, I don't know, he's just a dude. I know that's weird, but like, you know, as far as villains go, I'm kind of like, I feel like with these Leigh Bardugo's first books or something, it's like I don't really have a rating idea in mind for the second book. Basically, most books start out like I will assume every book is mainly going to be like a 3 stars bang in the middle, and then if it's bad, my rating will go down, and if it's good, my rating will go up. So just based on like the first 2 books, I'm assuming that the third one I'm maybe going to rate a 3 stars. It could get like fantastic as I continue to read it, which would push it up to like a 4 stars. I don't think it's going to be a 5 stars. I just don't. I'm just not invested enough. You know, or it could have a really crap ending, in which case it would go down. But yeah, I just feel like so many like interpersonal issues in young adult novels could be fixed if people just sat down and had a talk. If people would just sit down and explain their feelings, and nobody could storm out of a room while somebody else is mid-sentence and so they don't get to say what they're trying to say, or you know, there's no like misconceptions. If people would just have a chat, I feel like there would be so many issues that could just be resolved by just having a quick chat. Also, like, people withholding information. It's like, oh, I didn't tell you earlier because I didn't think you were ready yet, or whatever. Like, I just got some post. I don't know, it's like clearly the old woman knows more than she's letting on, and it's like, you know, maybe just tell people. Like, just, can we not, can we not, like, can you not just like hold out on me? Please don't withhold information until like a pivotal dramatic moment where it's like, suddenly I'm gonna drop a bombshell on you because now you're ready to know. It's like, just tell me at the start, okay? I'm real sick of, you know, all like the, I just hate every scene with the Darkling in, honestly. It's just like, why are they always getting like, you know, almost sexy with each other every single time? It's like, please just stop. Please just stop. It's so creepy. It's so weird. It's like, I guess this pasty guy is like real attractive, and I know it's the whole, oh yeah, like calls to like sort of thing and blah blah blah, but at the same time it's like, just please keep it in your pants, you know, please. Like, you know, we've got like a love square. It's like, she's in love with Mal, she's hot for the Darkling, and she's like possibly going to marry, what's his, Nikolai? I forget his name. And I'm just like, I don't care. It's like, I get the political alliance thing, and I get like, you know, the want to stay with your like childhood friend, and I also get the creepy ass Darkling guy, but I just don't care. There's so much more that could be explored on a page other than romantic subplot, and you know, I just feel like so much of this book could have been cut down if it weren't for all the stupid romantic subplot. I just don't care. You know, unless it turns out that one of them's the Firebird. Even then, I still think there should be less, but like, I'm interested to see how this will like lead on to Six of Crows. I'm like, is Six of Crows set before? Is it set after? Is it set at the same time? Like, are any of the characters going to reappear in it? Are any of them still going to be alive? I purposefully haven't looked at the Six of Crows map. Like, when I unboxed it, and I think when I very first got it, I like glanced at the map, and in my copy it's all red and beautiful, but I don't remember any of it, because like, it was just like a glance a really long time ago. So interested to see if anything is different. Okay, that's my crappy makeup done. I'm not really going anywhere, so this will have to do. So I think I'm going to, you know, oh god, my hair is going so yellow at the top again. Why? I think I'm going to like get dressed and maybe make a drink, and I will probably catch up with you like closer to when the readathon is going to end, which is like just after 9 in the morning. So that's not too far off, so I will see you in a bit. Oh my god, sunshine! All I'm saying is, my bedroom is on the other side of the house and it still looks dark. Okay, it's just gone 9:15, and I'm not like 100% sure if I started at like 9:15, but it was like sometime after 9, so I guess my 24-hour readathon is now over. I have half a mind to go back to bed. So sadly, I did not finish Ruin and Rising. I feel like when I started out, I definitely feel like I absolutely could have read these 3 books in a day, because like they're not even that long, but at the same time I did spend a lot of time making pizza and I did take that nap. So like I am pretty pleased with myself for reading 2 books in one day, and like the first like third-ish of this. What page was I on? Oh no. Oh no, no, I was just about to get to the end of a chapter. There I was, yeah, I was on page 175, and yeah, there's a new chapter on the next page, so that's like a pretty good place to stop actually. So I managed to read 175 pages of Ruin and Rising. I think I read about 900 pages, which is like, it's not bad for one day to get through like 2 and a bit books, and 900 pages is like, it's a lot of pages, but I definitely thought I would have read well over 1,000 pages in 24 hours. Yeah, I don't have a rating for this yet. I'm really sorry. I think I said this before, I mainly just really want to read the Six of Crows duology at this point. I feel like if this hadn't been set in like this Russian inspired, like bordering on like a technical age, I don't know what I'm saying, but like if it hadn't been set in a world this like fresh feeling, I don't think I would have even been remotely interested in these books. I don't know, I feel like the most interesting thing about this is the world, and I would like to see more of the world. So yeah, unfortunately I can't really have like a wrap up for the series because like I haven't finished this one, but you'll probably get my opinion. I mean, like, does anyone really care for my opinion for this book? Like, it's an old book and no one is dying for my opinion on this book. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to finish this in like maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure. Like I definitely have some other pressing matters to attend to, so we'll see. But yeah, I don't think that's going to be like in this video because it's 24 hours and I can't be bothered to film every other time I read this, so there's probably like not going to be a snippet on the end of this video about what I thought about this book. Sorry. Yeah, this was the first one of these I've ever done, so like hopefully it wasn't complete trash. I know that kind of is my brand because like all of me is complete trash. And I think like I've only seen a few other like 24-hour reading vlogs, and like I actually really like them, so like if you do them, like let me know, I will just immediately subscribe. But yeah, a lot of people tend to like go out and do interesting things, like maybe like they go to the library or like haul some books or donate some books or something like that, and I'm just kind of like, I'm currently kind of living like my true goblin life where like I stay inside and like I don't venture outdoors or like, you know, go and meet people. Like if I go out, someone is going to have a quest to like stab me and like bring back whatever sort of loot I drop, which at this point is probably going to be Werther's Originals because like I'm also living my true old lady life by having white hair and Werther's Originals. So I feel like going outside is maybe not the best for me. That kind of went on a strange tangent, but yeah, maybe in like a future vlog I will like, you know, venture out and show you where I live and like the cool bookshops that are near me, because there is a really nice bookshop. So maybe the next time I do one of these we'll have to take a visit to the bookshop or like go and read somewhere that isn't my sofa or bedroom. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this readathon. So yeah, like thanks for coming along if anybody is watching this. If not, I am just shouting into the void. Yet again, Void is gonna block my number. The Void has removed you from the group chat. So I feel like at this point, like it's no longer 9:15. I'm out of my 24 hours now. I don't know why I'm still talking, so I'm gonna go, and then maybe when I'm feeling less tired later on I will edit this video and upload it. But knowing me, it'll be like 3 weeks before it comes out. So yeah, you know, thanks for watching. It's been great. Really liked having you here. Don't know why I'm doing like all this. So yeah, I'm just rambling at this point, so I'm gonna go. So thanks for watching my video, and maybe watch another one. Thanks. Bye.